Alright, what's going on, guys? Just going to do a quick recap of some trades that I took today and just my analysis and everything for SPY and SPX. So, just real quick, I want to cover something right here. This was a chart this morning, okay, on SPX. So, we had the gap up over the weekend, right? And we had this doji candle right up here at the top, the left side, a big green candle on the left. So, my thesis was in a perfect world, SPX would lose that orange line, which is the 21 EMA, which would bring it down to the previous day low over here, which would line up around 5,700 and around the daily 9 EMA, which you see is at 5704 right there. If that happened, okay, then it would set up something called an evening star there on the daily. All right, so if we go over here, this is SPY. This would have been that chart this morning right here, big green candle, the doji candle, 21 EMA. And would you look at that right down to the 9 EMA here on SPY and SPX, big red candle. What does that mean? This combination right here would equal an evening star. Now what do we have is this gap to fill all the way down here on SPY. So again, my thesis was that it dumps and it fills that gap tomorrow. So we got the move down today to get the red candle to come down here, and now looking for the gap fill here on SPY. So dive into it. That same evening star that I just showed you. If you look here, SPY on the 5-minute, big green candle, doji, big red candle. What are those three things combined? That is called an evening star. The rejection here on SPY, just look left, yesterday's high, pre-market high right here. This is resistance. Resistance with a bearish candlestick setup, I ended up taking puts. So we'll just go over here in the Discord, okay? Scroll down, go here, scroll up to the top, right here. So told the team under 575 I want to get those puts. I got a little my foot in the door ahead of myself and added the rest. So I took 570 puts right here, gave myself room to added the rest at 192. Whoopsies, didn't mean to do that. And then had an average of 212. All right, and then took this on the small 5K account and got the move down right here. Ended up closing the last one at 310 for just about $100 per contract game. And then here it was. This was my target initially for SPY down to here. So very, very simple. Ended up taking some puts on the banks as well there. So you'll see when I exited here at the target, SPY got the pop up. And then actually if I turn on the KC Algo, it signaled short. Look at that, right where I entered into some more puts this morning. Beautiful. And it signaled an additional short. That's what that little red dot is on top of that candle there. And then it ended up going all the way down here. So SPY's gap to fill would take it down to here. So looking for that to fill later on. So I sold majority for around 40%. Those puts went closer to 200%, but it is what it is. So what initially I saw this morning too, pre-market here, 1 hour time frame, you had a trend line right here on SPY. Wanted to see it come under 575 and break this trend line to get the move down to right here. If I go over here, got something called the squeeze indicator, which when it highlights these little red dots on the histogram, like it does right here, that means same thing right here, a big move is coming, and it was flat, and then on that 1 hour candle to the downside that broke that trend line, it flipped red while in the squeeze. The entire time the MACD had been bearish during that move up, so there was bearish divergence there, along with bearish divergence on the RSI. This is a 10 out of 10 trade in my book that I would take, which I did. And then just going over here, just profits channel. Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely banked it here on the puts. Just some testimonials right here from some of the guys in the Discord. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. Love seeing everybody freaking bank on all of these puts today. So let's go. So that's it, guys. It was really that. Just the daily chart was setting up for the short. The hourly was showing a squeeze moving to the downside of bearish divergence, and execution was done on the 5-minute chart here. So now just looking for that next move down here on SPY to completely fill that gap down. So that's it. That was the reason for the short today and the thesis this morning. Oh yeah, again, you guys know I love SR flips. You'll see, drag that over here, and look where it rejected and set up the evening star. Beautiful. So big reaction down here. Obviously, that is a key level. It got a big move up here. It breaks down, does the SR flip right here. SPY goes lower, bounces back up, retest, and that's how previous support gets flipped to resistance and a nice short opportunity. So yeah, that's it, guys. Appreciate you. Catch you later.